Hey guys, welcome back to week 23 of the MIT Challenge, which is to learn MIT's four-year computer science curriculum in 12 months without taking any classes or even being enrolled in MIT. So on Thursday, I had my very first failure of the MIT Challenge, which is I wrote the exam for Signals and Systems and I completely didn't pass it. I didn't even get close. And normally getting a failure in any kind of academic program is a big setback. It means you have to completely retake the course and you have to do all this extra work, and maybe it postpones how long you take your degree. But when you're teaching yourself something, there isn't really a such thing as failure, which is why I'm using air quotes for it. Because especially even in this case, if I have another exam I can write, I can just learn a little bit more and try again. And I think that that's the mentality that differs from this MIT Challenge program in a typical academic environment. So I'm actually surprised it's taken me this long to have my first failure, because I've been working on a very tight schedule, and actually my mentality has been, where possible, fail first. So if for classes where I have more than one exam, my goal is to try to pass the exam just when I think I might be ready. So for a normal academic program where the schedule is fixed, where you can't really learn any faster, you might be able to learn better, but you can't really learn any faster than what is typically allotted because you have a certain semester system you have to follow, then over preparation tends to be the case there. So you really over prepare for your courses to make sure that you can get a good grade. But if time is flexible and you can take a class and you can go further and you can relearn things and you can go back and relearn things, then failing first seems to make a lot more sense, because I can save a little bit of time on one class which I can devote to classes which may be even harder, which are coming up. So I'm actually surprised that this is the first class, so this is class number 16. It's the first class that I've ever written an exam under exam conditions where I didn't pass it the first time. And the nice thing is that I have some more exams, so I did a little bit more preparation on Friday, and I'm going to be writing the exams for Signals and Systems and Circuits on Monday. So if those go well, that will be exams 16 and 17, marking officially crossing the halfway point of the MIT Challenge. And I think that this whole style of teaching yourself something and then writing exams is very different from how things are done in a school. And that's, I think, one of the advantages of teaching yourself, of self-education, is that you don't have to follow rules if they don't really make sense for learning. So obviously, if you just write 100 exams, you might just pass one of them as a fluke. So I'm not really advocating that. I'm not really advocating you just continually write exams just in the off chance that you'll pass one even though you don't really understand the material. But in the same sense, you want to be really pushing your abilities. You want to be testing yourself on the verge of what you know. Because if you're just doing a bunch of questions you're already comfortable with, that may help you master something if you have a specific test for it, but you're not going to be learning at the fastest rate. And learning isn't coming in units. It's not that you've completed X amount of material. It's ongoing and it's a constant process of mastery. So the more you can engage and learn at a faster rate, the better results you can get. So this was the first failure of the MIT Challenge, and probably not going to be the last failure of the challenge. But in reality, it's not a failure, because if I have another exam, if I have a recourse, then I can just go back, learn from my mistakes, improve the areas that I'm weak, and go back and attack it again. So I'm going to be doing that on Monday, and hopefully next week I'll be updating you guys. I'll finish officially the halfway point of the trial, and I'll be starting 4 new classes, which will be moving me into the junior year of the MIT Challenge program. So thanks for following, and I'll be back with you next week for more updates.